So I know this isn't the most exciting of topics, but I got myself a new trash barrel. It's really compact compared to that big white barrel I was carrying around with me. And it can open it up either way, like that, or like that, if I need it to stay open. It's got a removable tray inside of it. And then a small trash bag on top of that. Goes back in, we'll put a new bag in later. As you can see, it fills up fast. This is just one day's worth of trash. I just got here yesterday. But so it doesn't hold a lot of trash. It has to be emptied every day. It's going to be a little bit harder when I'm on off-the-grid type camping places. But it's got one big advantage. It's wall mountable. As you can see, it's got a couple big holes in the back of it here for mounting it. Now, I was originally going to mount it on the inside of my door here, so when I open the door up, it'll be right there for me. I realize the cover doesn't lock on. So, and I have to close this door pretty hard to get it to close all the way. It means this cover's going to go flying off like that every time I try to close the door on there. So that's not going to work out. But I have another idea for it. We're going to show you that shortly there, what I'm thinking of doing for the van. I've got some, well, you saw that video, the couple videos back where I talked about some planned changes for the van. Let's just say I've changed my mind considerably. More to come on that. First, let's get this trash bag dumped out in the dumpster. So as you can see, I've been working on some changes inside the van already. The first thing I did is I took the extended countertop I had that went out all the way over the bins and that off, the desk over here. I'm getting ready to remove the desk. And I decided, remember a couple of weeks ago I said I was going to build a closet here. And I'm still planning to do that. That's going to be one of the biggest upgrades here, but I wanted to see what it was like being a little bit more enclosed in my sleeping space back here. So I took the countertop off there, trimmed the corner of it off up there, and set it up back here so I have a nice little wall here. And you know what? I kind of like the enclosed sleeping space. I really do. So this is going to be, for me at least, it's going to be a good changeover. So I'm looking forward to that. I also found my twin-size mattress I was looking for. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. We're going to have some extra lighting now. I got this wall panel up here. But I got a twin-size mattress. I almost said a full twin-size mattress, but that's getting confusing. But it's a twin-size mattress, so it goes all the way back here now. Give me a little bit more sleeping space. It's only 4 inches thick. A little bit firmer than I'd like it to be, but not bad. I found it on Amazon. It's actually designed for camping use. They sell it as a roll-up mattress. So it's about, I think it's 3 inches of hard foam and 1 inch of memory foam. So not too bad. And I'm hoping it softens up as it breaks in a bit. But overall, even despite being a little firm, like, it's not terribly uncomfortable or anything. So it's not the most comfortable mattress I've ever been on. But again, as it breaks in, it probably will get a little bit better. And we'll see. We'll give this a try for a while. See how I like it. Who knows? Maybe my back needs a firmer mattress too. So, so like I said, found it on Amazon. A little bit expensive, $170, but you can spend a lot more money than that on a mattress in the home too. So, yeah, this will be a good upgrade, I think, overall. Now, we got a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Hey, saw in the last video I mentioned the new lighting I put in these nice little puck lights that I've got here. They just pop out of the bracket up there. The bracket screwed into the ceiling. And they fit nicely in there. They work out well. They're dimmable, which I like. I can dim them, I can brighten them, I can shut them off, turn them on. Now I'm not keeping this control. I'm going to be changing that around as I go. So these are 12-volt lights. Uh-oh, Vern's about to come on. Hold on. Hopefully that stopped it. So these are 12-volt lights, but they're not wired in yet. So right now I have to turn on the power inverter to use them. I'm using them with the AC adapter they came with. They're not designed to be hooked up to a vehicle. Now I'm a little concerned that the voltage in the vehicle at times when charging batteries, especially it goes up to around 14.2, 14.4 volts. That might be a little bit too much voltage for them. So I had got myself a small voltage regulator, and I was going to hook it up, but the voltage regulator didn't work. It was an adjustable one, and it didn't work. The adjustment wasn't working. So it turns out, though, it was a blessing in disguise, because I realized I like the ability to change the brightness of these lights. So I found out I can get myself a 12-volt dimmer knob, and I'm going to set that up. I'll probably still keep the switch near the door like I wanted to, but I'll have the knob someplace. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I haven't decided yet, but some adjustment knobs so I can control the brightness of them. So as the evening goes on, I like to have them a little bit dimmer. So that brightens it up. After it again, I can bring it down like that. Still have some nice low light, and yeah, I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna do another bank of these lights on the other side, and the lamp that I have, my 12-volt lamp, is going to move into the bedroom area. So I think that's going to be a nice little upgrade. Brighten this up a bit again for you. You can see what I'm doing. Now in that other video, I also mentioned somebody had given me an RV oven, RV range stovetop with an oven, and I was going to put that in here. I've changed my mind on that idea. It would be cool to have in here. It would be an awesome video to show me installing it and that, but it's going to be a lot of work getting it installed. And the 3-burner stovetop would be awesome, but I'd hardly ever use the oven. And I'd probably hardly ever use all 3 burners too. So the oven would take up a lot of space and just get used for storing pots and pans and that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do with that oven, though, it's not going to go to waste. I decided I'm going to make it a portable oven. So I'm going to put a box around it, kind of like a cabinet to hold it. And I'm going to hook up a gas line to it. That will accept a regular grill type connector. So I'll just be able to plug it into a regular 20-pound tank of propane like a grill would use. And I can leave it at home and use it as my outdoor kitchen area. I can load it in the van if I'm going to be at a campsite for an extended amount of time. I can bring it with me and set it up outside under cover and have a little outdoor kitchen set up there. And I think it'll be a useful tool to have for the occasions that I want to use it. But not inside the van, that's all. So instead, I'm going to get one of those countertop stovetops that can mount on the counter here and hook up to the same propane tank that runs my furnace. So I'll have that. I'll have the sink over here still in the back corner where I've got my big pile of dirty dishes right here. I haven't washed the dishes from dinner yet. The 2-burner stove here, and then lots of counter space over there. Now, that counter space is important. It's going to facilitate the next change. So I talked about removing or changing around and building a whole new desk area on this side of the van. So I was going to take my grandfather's desk that he built in the house and repurpose it for something else. And I was going to build another desk similar in design in that. I decided I don't need a desk over here. You saw all that counter space I'm going to have on that side of the van. When I'm not cooking food, it's going to go to waste. I'm not going to be in the van to use that counter space. Well, let me start over. I'm not going to be using that counter space because when I'm using the desk, it's just wasted space. Everything should have multiple purposes in this van if possible. So I'm going to set up the desk area on the kitchen counter side instead. So when I'm not cooking, I can set up my computer, do my editing and that, and when I am cooking, I can set up food and stuff. The other advantage is that I have that monitor there, that little 16-inch monitor that I have that runs on USB power. I'm going to get a wall mount for that, mount that up in the corner. So that'll be a good addition there, because now I'm either cooking or doing video editing or anything else. I can use that monitor. So I can actually be watching stuff like a movie or YouTube or something while I'm cooking meals, and it'll be all on the same side. I can put a good set of nice speakers up there, a good sound system, my computer, my ham radio equipment. Everything's going to be on this side of the van instead. Now what's going to happen on this side? This is going to be the biggest change of the van here. Pretty much going to eliminate having this desk here. So I'm going to have a little, like a storage shelf system that goes floor to ceiling here, going to be kind of like the pantry. It's where all the food is going to be stored, so it can be accessed from either inside the van or outside. So I'll be able to open this door up and have access to the food. And I'm going to open up a heck of a lot of floor space, because now suddenly the thing's going to be all the way back to here. So I'll have all this open floor space. I can sit a lot more comfortably when I'm in this chair here cooking and stuff. And I have easy access to everything. So I'll still have the closet here sticking out, but I'll have an open floor space. There'll also be room for possible future dog bowl and water bowl, food bowl, for maybe a new addition to the family. That's a possibility too. Now, if I get some open floor space, I'll have room for that. So, I'd like to get a dog at some point. Probably a smaller, older dog. Somebody who doesn't mind resting in the van for long hours, but somebody who needs a home and would love to go camping with me. That could happen. It's very likely to happen. I've lost Foylan. I've been thinking about that. Probably not going to happen anytime soon, but I got to get my finances in order and things like that, but it's a possibility. Speaking of Foylan too, I haven't shown you guys this yet. This is a little, I'm not sure how well you can see it in there, but a little bit of Foylan's fur. When we brought him to the vets that last time, I got a chance to cut off some fur before I left. And some of it's in this vial now. Got enough to make a couple more of these too. Oops. Forgot about the microphone there. You probably heard a lot of noise while I was fishing through there. Sorry about that. But I got the wireless microphone here. Oops. Anyway. But yeah. I got a little bit of Foylan with me all the time. I'm going to change the necklace that holds it at some point. I don't really care for the chain that I've got, but we got some stuff going on there. But anyway, back to the van here comments. So yeah, we're going to have a lot more open floor space. We're going to have just a shelving area, a bunch of food storage there. We're going to have a shelf just for all these electronic doodads that I've got over here on the table there, to all my charging stuff. And then maybe a little shelf for books, a little tiny bookcase up at the top there to store all my library of cookbooks and other things I might want to carry with me. So I think that's going to be a good addition. That open floor space is just going to be downright awesome. So this is where that new trash barrel comes in. Like I said, I was originally going to mount it on the face of the door here, but I realized the closing of the door on that is going to be a problem. So, grab it, I left it outside. See how hard I have to close the door here. That won't work. But I was thinking, let's mount it right here. So it'll be, it'll be down at the floor level, but in this spot here. So down on the floor right there, so I can have it right on the inside. Since I'm going to lose the desk set up here, this roll of paper towels, I'm going to mount up here behind me. Up here so I can still reach in and grab the stuff, reach in and grab this. I might buy a second one of these barrels too. Put recycling in. So I can separate my trash and recycling, because right now well, most campgrounds don't have a place to deposit recycling, so I get things like cardboard boxes and that just piling up all over my van. Of course, this won't fit into it, but most of the smaller things, jar from dinner last night, those things there, well, they can put those in it. Don't mind that, sorry about that. So yeah, that's where that's going to go, right here. Now my little plastic trays, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen with those. I'm thinking of, I'll still keep one on the door. Might move it down some and put a smaller one up here in this space so I can have a couple on the door. The other one will probably go on the wall over here someplace. Another idea I came up with. Now they've opened up the floor space and gotten rid of the desk and that. I should have a pop-out table right here and a bench that I could put over the fridge. Because it's kind of neat if I could just sit here, have my meals and that, be able to look out the window here. Not that I can see much here with all the fogged glass on it because I still need to put a ceiling fan in here to remove the humidity when I cook dinner. but have a pop-out table that can actually come out over my legs. I can eat my meals at, or pull my laptop out and do something at, and be able to sit out here and watch the outside there when it's too cold to go out there, or raining, or something like that. I think that would be a good addition. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it yet, but I think that would be a good addition there, because then I can just sit here comfortably and have a window I can look out while I'm eating. I still have my monitor on that back wall there that I can watch something on while I'm eating, having the window here and everything else. It could work. Make the van a heck of a lot more comfortable when I'm sitting in here. So now I'm planning on changing out the fridge at some point, so I got to make sure the bench will fit over whatever fridge I put in here. I want something with a freezer in it. So that'll eventually be coming too when I've got the money. I did spend a little bit of money on an upgrade for the van this past week, and you'll see that in an upcoming video, but it's really going to improve my power storage capacity. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, that's where we're at right now, though. So I've got my plans from that I talked about 2 videos back. Just forget them. I changed my mind completely on what I want to do, and I might change my mind again in the next 2 videos. So you just never know. All right, well, I think that's where we're going to stop for tonight. I think I'm going to take the different route than I came out. I came up Route 16. I think I'm going to swing back down through Route 2 and Route 3 and then 93 and drive through Franconia Notch to go home, and then take 93 all the way back. So I think that's how we're going to end up going home tomorrow. But in the meantime, I think I'm just going to settle in for the evening. I got to wash my pile of dishes and put something up on YouTube and just settle in and get ready to go home tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not doing anything outside. What is it now? Down to, well, it's 35. It was 34 earlier. Oh, and I got a new video camera, new to me anyway. I've actually had this for a couple of years. Customer had given it to me non-functional. Turns out it was just the charging circuit doesn't work, so I got an external charger for it and a couple of cheap batteries to test it out to see if it works, and yeah, it works. Saw some video here in these last 2 releases here that were shot with this camera here. I think that's going to be good with that 15x optical zoom and that. Still using the action camera for inside the van because of the wider field of view. It works better. But we'll be seeing more and more of this camera's usage, especially when we come up to things like wildlife and that. So, all right, we'll see you guys in the morning.